Food number 10. Eggs. Eggs have been misunderstood for years. At one point, people were told to avoid them. Today, science paints a much different picture. Here's why eggs are powerful. Imagine you're building a house. Protein is like the bricks. Without enough bricks, the house can't stay strong. Your muscles work the same way. Eggs are packed with high-quality protein. And protein is one of the most filling nutrients you can eat. Studies consistently show that high-protein breakfasts help people feel full longer compared to sugary breakfasts. That's important because fewer cravings often means fewer calories later in the day. Picture two people. One eats a donut for breakfast. The other eats eggs. By mid-morning, the donut eater is hungry again. The egg eater often feels satisfied much longer. And that difference can add up over weeks and months. But that's not even the best part. Protein also requires more energy for your body to digest compared to fats and carbohydrates. Think of it as your body doing a little extra work after every meal. Not enough to create miracles, but enough to matter over time. Food number 9. Greek yogurt. Next up is something many people walk past every day in the grocery store. Greek yogurt. Now here's the mistake most people make. They grab the flavored versions loaded with added sugar. Then they wonder why they're still hungry. Plain Greek yogurt is different. It's rich in protein, and protein helps activate fullness signals inside your brain. Think about a sponge. A regular snack might absorb a little water, but Greek yogurt is like a giant sponge that helps keep hunger under control for much longer. Many researchers believe protein-rich foods help increase hormones associated with fullness while reducing hormones associated with hunger. And when hunger decreases, the battle against cravings becomes easier. Try adding berries, cinnamon, or a handful of nuts instead of sugary toppings. Your taste buds will thank you, and your waistline might too. But wait until you hear what happened when researchers studied the next food. Food number 8. Oatmeal. Most people think all carbohydrates are bad for fat loss. That's simply not true. The real question is, what type of carbohydrate are you eating? Oatmeal is a great example. Think of your blood sugar like a roller coaster. Sugary cereal sends the roller coaster flying upward. Then it crashes. And when it crashes, you feel tired, hungry, and ready to eat again. Oatmeal works differently because it's rich in a special type of soluble fiber. Fiber slows digestion. That means energy is released more gradually. Instead of a roller coaster, you get a smoother ride, steadier energy, fewer cravings, less hunger. And here's something fascinating. The fiber in oats can absorb water and expand inside your digestive system. That helps create a feeling of fullness, almost like your stomach sending a text message to your brain saying, "We're good for now." Most people never realize how powerful that signal can be. Food number 7. Avocados. Now let's talk about a food that scares some people. Avocados. Why? Because they're high in fat. But here's the truth. Not all fats are created equal. Imagine burning paper versus burning a large log in a fireplace. Paper burns fast. The log burns slowly. Healthy fats behave more like the log. They help slow digestion, which often means longer-lasting satisfaction. Avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats and fiber. That's a powerful combination. Research suggests meals containing healthy fats may help people stay full longer. And when you're full, you're less likely to raid the pantry later. Plus, avocados add incredible flavor to meals. And that's important, because healthy eating only works if you can actually stick with it. The best diet isn't the perfect diet. It's the one you can follow for years. But the next food may be one of the most underrated fat loss foods in America, and most people barely eat enough of it. Food number 6. Beans and lentils. When it comes to fat loss, beans deserve far more attention. Black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils, all of them. Here's why. They contain two powerful fat loss allies, protein and fiber. Imagine having two security guards protecting you from hunger. Protein is one guard, fiber is the other.
Together, they help keep cravings under control. Many people spend money searching for the newest supplement. Meanwhile, one of the most effective foods has been sitting on grocery shelves for decades. Beans digest slowly. They help you feel full, and they can be added to soups, salads, bowls, and countless other meals. But here's where things get really interesting. The top 5 foods on this list may be even more powerful. One of them has been called nature's appetite control secret, and another may help explain why some people stay lean without constantly dieting.
Food number 5, potatoes. Now, before you click away, hear me out, because this one surprises almost everyone. Potatoes. Yes, potatoes. For years, potatoes have been blamed for weight gain. But here's the truth most people never hear. The problem isn't usually the potato. It's what happens to it. French fries, potato chips, loaded cheese fries, those are completely different foods. A plain baked or boiled potato is another story. In fact, researchers have found that potatoes score incredibly high on something called the satiety index. That's just a fancy way of asking, how full does this food make you feel? And potatoes rank near the very top. Think about it. When was the last time you accidentally ate 6 plain baked potatoes? Probably never. But 6 handfuls of chips? That can happen before you even realize it. That's because highly processed foods are designed to keep you eating. Whole potatoes do the opposite. They fill you up, they contain fiber, they're packed with nutrients, and they can help reduce the urge to keep snacking. But here's the key. Bake them, boil them, roast them. Don't turn them into deep-fried fast food, because then you're playing a completely different game. And if you think that's surprising, wait until you hear what food number 4 does inside your stomach. Food number 4, apples. Most people eat apples because they think they're healthy, but few realize why apples can be so powerful for fat loss. Imagine 2 snacks. One is a bag of cookies. The other is a whole apple. The cookies disappear in minutes. The apple takes longer to chew, longer to digest, and keeps you satisfied much longer. Why? Because apples contain fiber and water. That's a powerful combination. Think of fiber like a sponge. When it enters your digestive system, it absorbs water and takes up space. That helps create fullness. And here's something fascinating. Researchers have found that eating whole fruits often provides greater satisfaction than drinking fruit juice, even if the calories are similar. Why? Because chewing matters. Fiber matters. The structure of the food matters. Your body notices the difference, and your brain notices it too. That's why a glass of apple juice can disappear in seconds. But eating a whole apple feels completely different. Small changes like this can make a huge difference over time. But we're now entering the top 3, and this next food might be the closest thing nature has to an appetite control secret. Food number 3, chia seeds. These tiny seeds don't look impressive. In fact, they look almost insignificant, but don't let their size fool you. Chia seeds are loaded with fiber, and something amazing happens when they mix with liquid. They absorb water, lots of it. Think of a tiny sponge dropped into a bowl of water. It expands. Now imagine millions of tiny sponges doing that inside your digestive system. That's essentially what happens. The result? A greater feeling of fullness, less desire to snack, and more stable energy. Many people add chia seeds to yogurt, oatmeal, smoothies, or overnight oats. And because they're so easy to use, they're one of the simplest upgrades you can make to your diet. But here's what most people miss. The goal isn't to starve yourself. The goal is to help your body naturally feel satisfied. Because when you're constantly hungry, fat loss feels miserable. When you're satisfied, fat loss feels manageable. And that's a huge difference.
But we're not done yet, because food number 2 might be the most powerful protein food on this entire list.
Food number 2, salmon. If there were a trophy for nutrient-rich foods, salmon would be a strong contender. Here's why. Salmon provides high-quality protein, and as we've discussed throughout this video, protein is one of the most effective tools for managing hunger. But salmon offers something else too, healthy omega-3 fats. Think of your body like a busy city. Every day, millions of tiny processes are happening. Traffic is moving, repairs are being made, messages are being delivered.
Omega-3 fats help support many of these important functions. And while salmon won't magically melt away fat, research suggests diets rich in protein and healthy fats can help support weight management and overall health. Plus, salmon is incredibly versatile. Bake it, grill it, add it to salads, serve it with vegetables. The possibilities are endless. And here's the best part. A meal built around salmon often keeps people satisfied for hours. That's exactly what we're looking for. Less hunger, fewer cravings, more control. But now we've reached number 1. And honestly, this food is one of the biggest reasons some people seem naturally thin without constantly dieting. Food number 1, vegetables. I know, not exactly exciting. Most people were expecting some exotic superfood, a secret supplement, a magical fat-burning ingredient, but the number 1 food category is vegetables. And here's why. Vegetables do something remarkable. They allow you to eat a large volume of food without consuming a large number of calories. Think about the difference between a large bowl of broccoli and a small handful of cookies. The cookies contain far more calories, yet the broccoli takes up much more space in your stomach. That's important because your stomach doesn't count calories, it notices volume. Vegetables are rich in water, rich in fiber, rich in nutrients, and often very low in calories. This combination helps create fullness while supporting overall health. Imagine filling half your dinner plate with vegetables, not because vegetables are magical, but because they help crowd out foods that are easier to overeat. Over time, this simple habit can make a meaningful difference. And the people who maintain healthy weights for years often do this consistently. Not perfectly, consistently. That's the secret. Not perfection, consistency. The big truth most people miss. Now, here's something important. No food works exactly like OZEMPIC, and anyone telling you otherwise is oversimplifying the science. OZEMPIC is a prescription medication. These are foods. They're different tools. But these foods share something important. They help support fullness. They help reduce cravings. They help make healthy eating easier. And that's where many people struggle, because fat loss isn't usually destroyed by one giant mistake. It's destroyed by hundreds of small decisions. The afternoon snack, the late-night cravings, the second helping, the drive-through stop after a stressful day. Those moments matter, and the foods we've discussed today can help make those moments easier to manage. Imagine waking up 6 months from now. You have more energy, you feel lighter, your clothes fit better. You don't think about food every hour. You walk upstairs without feeling exhausted. You look in the mirror and feel proud of the progress you've made. Not because you found a miracle, not because you discovered a secret,
but because you started making small decisions that added up over time. That's how real transformation happens. One meal, one day, one choice at a time. Your body is not working against you. In many cases, it's simply waiting for better support. If this video helped you understand fat loss in a simpler way, subscribe to the channel. Every week, we break down complicated health topics into practical advice that real people can actually use. And before you go, comment the word health below and tell me which food from today's list you plan to add to your meals this week. And if someone in your family is struggling with weight, cravings, or low energy, send them this video. It might be exactly the information they've been needing to hear. Remember, your body wants to heal. Sometimes it just needs the right support, and that's a journey worth starting today.